2 innings and 19 pitches in 4 days. It's a great job if you can get it, huh?
I'd like Keith Law's
I don't read Keith Law.
Keith Law's aunt who asked you about getting into the 21st. I said, how about Keith Law's aunt asking you when your minor league system is going to get into the 21st century?
Where's she getting that from? Because she said she got it from somebody she read, right?
I don't know.
Is that Keith? What's his name?
I don't know.
I like how she eased into it by saying, hey, I remember you when you managed wherever. And then she hit with 21st century.
Keith Legal? Keith Law? What's he do?
He analyzes minor leagues.
Okay. I haven't read him.
Not Dan's favorite guy.
What time?
3 straight days, 2:52.
You're not counting the rain delay?
No.
He had 28 minutes since he threw a pitch. Wally's good at that. What we got?
How impressed were you with Kevin?
Good. He matched. He pitched as well as Dylan did last night. That really nice to see two young guys kind of taking their experiences up here and kind of moving forward with some success. And I thought the last inning, it kind of reminds me some of Chris. We've said many times that sometimes his last inning is the most impressive. Yeah, he was going to go hitter to hitter that last inning, and he didn't let me move off the bench, which is always a good thing.
I know you've said that wins don't matter to you.
Wins don't matter to me?
For a starting pitcher.
Win-loss record.
The win-loss record doesn't necessarily.
At some point they do. No. Yeah.
But are you happy to see him get it? But are you happy to see him?
I'm happy to see the Orioles get the win, and so is Kevin. I'm telling you, it's not a topic or theme. I understand that that's something that's consistently appearing, and y'all, I'm sure, because we talk about it a lot in here, but I'm happy that he got a return for a really good outing. And it reminded me a lot of Dylan. It didn't matter whether we scored 3 runs in the first inning or not. He had the same look on his face every inning. And that's a good hitting team over there, and that makes it doubly impressive. Tough night to pitch, tough night to grip the ball, especially, it's real sticky. And
How important are these 2 nights back-to-back to get those type of performances from those guys?
Well, it doesn't mean X is going to happen next time they pitch. There'll be another challenge around every corner, and you can't dwell on successes or failures here. It doesn't mean this is going to be that way the rest of his career. It's kind of they fought their way through some things, and I'm not going to group them together. 2 different guys that different backgrounds, but they both pitched. They really pitched the last 2 nights, and that was good to see. And we'll need another good pitching effort tomorrow in order to compete with them.
Look, you said in the off-season, you said in spring, you really felt that this was going to be the year that Kevin really takes that next step and kind of goes into what, everyone kind of the expectations were for him. And, he had the injury and stuff. Do you feel he's getting to that point now to what kind of you had?
It was more about, he's already taken the step just from innings, and now it's time to take the governors off of him and let him go. And he's taking the step. He's competing. He's taking the ball every 5th day. It got delayed a little bit because we want to be cautious with it. We know how long the season is, and he's taken the step. It's more of a graduation step than it is that I didn't say put any expectations that he's going to do something statistically a lot better than last year. It was more he's going to take the step of getting a chance to show what he can do without having to worry how many innings do I have, how many pitches can I throw. It's kind of let's go, and that's kind of where we're trying to get with Dylan too.
About the last 10, 11 games starting rotation, ERA's under 3. Do you think these guys know it's July and want to show people?
Oh yeah, they do. I told y'all.
Don't need any help or whatever.
Well, it's like I said today up with the season ticket things, the holders event that. I don't sit there and talk about, boy, when we get O'Day back and we get this guy back, because somebody's going to leave in the clubhouse. We can't, all of a sudden they're not changing rules to 26. They start hearing, but it's part of the game we play in that when this time of year and everybody's throwing around up against the wall, so that 1 out of 30 that they're actually right about, they go, see, I told you so. Well, somebody's in there listening to that stuff. And it's part of, you have to fight through. And I tell them all the time, you control this, not me. I don't get up in the morning. It's like Kevin. Kevin knows we don't get up in the morning going, hey, Kevin's pitching tonight. Let's be sure not scoring runs for him tonight. Let's don't catch the ball. I mean, I'll tell you, how many double plays do you have tonight? 3 or 4? So he's I mean, there's you don't get to this level without having some competitive fire in you, and but you got what, 65 games left, 66, something like that. I mean, they're dwindling. I mean, it's they're not auditioning; they're trying to help the Orioles win.
Was Zach okay at the end there?
He's limping around a little bit afterwards, but Richie's going to update me here shortly. But sometimes guys, after the emotion, adrenaline of a game like that, you kind of let the blood pressure come down a little bit before you really find out if there's anything. But I haven't had anything yet.
Trumbo with 30 home runs, many of them important, such as the past 2 nights. What's he meant to this team?
Trump's just he's for a guy that we were all talking about. Well, he does this in June, he does this in July, he does this in April. I'm not telling you about it, we're almost in August, so he's putting together a year worthy of a lot of consideration. Just like to me, if Chris Davis doesn't want a Gold Glove, nobody's watching. But Trump's he's been very valuable, and he's been a real consistent human being. When he likes to compete. He doesn't like to fail, but he gets ready for the next challenge. I mean, I watch the work these guys do from the time they walk through the door to the time the game starts, and it's an honor to be around them.
Buck, how important was Chris beating out that double play ball?
Huge. That's the things. Chris runs the balls out. I mean, I know he's upset. He's frustrated right now. The last ground ball he hit, there's not a first baseman in our league that will outrun him first base on that ball. Okay, and that's the things that make a difference, and that's how you cover. We call it CYA. You always cover yourself, and I've had that conversation with a couple of guys that this is how you cover yourself. And people in Baltimore have a long memory, and the teammates, and that's what they like about Chris. Chris doesn't give in.
You made a decision on a day for tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it right now. Darren is going to be activated either tomorrow or Monday. Be activated Sunday or Monday. So we're going to kind of see what's going on, the latest with Ubaldo and a couple other factors.